Okay, it's time for the review of the week, and you need to make sure that you try these by yourself first. So do all 15 by yourself, and then watch the video and I'll work them out for you, and then you can see if you missed any, what happened. Okay, so if you have not done these yet, you need to stop the video now and do them for yourself. So here are the answers, 1 through 15. So take a minute, pause the video and grade yourself and see if you missed any. And if you did miss some, I want you to watch the video and pay particular attention to those so that you can learn from your mistakes. All right, number 1. Well, let's just see if we can do them on here. -5 minus 8. So this is a subtraction problem. So the first thing that we're going to do is rewrite it. So I'm going to keep, change, and flip. So I'm going to keep the -5. I'm going to change this to a positive, to a plus. And then if I cover everything else up, 8 used to be positive, but now it'll be negative. So what I really have is -5 plus -8. So I have 5 bad guys, and then I add 8 more bad guys. So now I'm just going to have 13 bad guys, or -13. So number 1 should be C. Okay, number 2. Luckily for us, this is an addition problem, so we will not have to change it. We're just going to have to read it. So I have 3 bad guys, and then I add 8 more bad guys. So I'm just going to have 11 bad guys, or -11. Okay, number 3. Okay, this is a subtraction problem, so we're going to have to rewrite it. So 2 minus 7. Keep, change, flip. So keep the 2. Change it from a subtraction to an addition. And then if I cover up so far, 7 was positive, and now it'll be negative. So 2 plus -7. There's a positive 2 and a -7, so we're going to be subtracting. So 7 minus 2 is 5. The only question is the answer going to be +5, or is it going to be -5? So I go back to the original problem, and I had 2 positives and 7 negatives. So 7 will win, so the answer will be -5, which is B. All right, number 4. It's a subtraction problem, so we're going to rewrite it. So I had -2 minus -8. So keep, change, flip. So keep the -2, change it to an addition, and then flip it from -8 to +8. So now I have one of each type. I have a +8 and I have a -2. So I will be subtracting. So 8 minus 2 is 6. So I know my answer is either going to be +6 or -6. So I go back to the original problem. I had 2 negatives and 8 positives. So 8 would win, so my answer is +6, which is D. Okay. Number 5, we have a subtraction problem, so we're going to be rewriting it. So keep, change, flip. So keep the 1, change this from a subtraction to an addition, and then notice it used to be -2, and now it'll be +2. So what I really have is 1 plus 2, which is 3, and I'm sure you can do that without even writing it down. Okay, the next one is subtraction, so we will be rewriting it. So 5 minus -7. So keep, change, flip. So keep the 5, change it from a minus to a positive or a plus, and then it was -7, and now it'll be a +7. So what we really have is 5 plus 7, which which is just 12. All right, let's keep moving along. We're on number 7. This is an addition problem, so we don't need to rewrite it. We just need to read it. So I have 6 negatives and 5 positives. I have one of each, so I will be subtracting. 6 minus 5 is 1. So my answer is either going to be positive 1 or it's going to be negative 1. So I go back to the original problem. I had 6 negatives and 5 positives. So 6 will win, and I'll keep the negative. So it's a negative 1. All right, number 8 is positive 1 plus negative 1. Well, there's one of each, so I will be subtracting. So I'm going to have 1 minus 1, which is 0. And 0, I don't have to worry about. 0 is not negative or positive. It's neutral. It's never either one. So we don't have to worry about who's winning because they canceled each other out. All right, number 9, negative 4 and positive 3. Well, I have a negative and a positive, so I will be subtracting. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So I know my answer is either positive 1 or it's negative 1. And the negative's 1 because there's more negatives than there are positives. 4 is bigger than 3. So it's going to be a negative 1. Number 10. This is a subtraction problem, so we're going to rewrite it. So keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the negative 8. I'm going to change this from a subtraction to an addition. And then if I cover this up, it was positive 6, and now it'll be negative 6. So negative 8 plus negative 6. So I have 8 bad guys, and then I add 6 more bad guys. So I'm just going to have 14 bad guys, which is B. Okay. We have 5 problems left. I hope you're doing well. Let's go to number 11. Number 11 is negative 5 plus negative 1. This is an addition problem, so we don't need to rewrite it. We just need to read it. So I got 5 bad guys, and then I add 1 more bad guy. So I'm going to have 6 bad guys, which is negative 6, which is A. All right, number 12 says negative, this is a subtraction, so we're going to have to rewrite it. So negative 4 minus 6. And I'm going to keep the first one. So keep the negative 4, change this, and then flip this. It was positive 6, and now it'll be negative 6. So I have negative 4 plus negative 6. So 4 bad guys plus 6 bad guys is 10 bad guys. Okay, 3 left. All right, so we got negative 7 minus negative 8. This is a subtraction problem, so we're going to rewrite it. So keep, change, flip. So keep the first one, change the middle, and then flip this guy. So if he was negative 8, now he'll be positive 8. All right, so we got negative 7 and positive 8. So we have a negative and a positive, so we're going to be subtracting. So 8 minus 7 is 1. So I know my answer is going to either be positive 1 or negative 1. So I go back to my original problem, not my original, but this problem. I have 8 positives and 7 negatives. 8 will win, so it'll be a positive 1. Okay, this is an addition problem. We don't need to rewrite it. I just need to read it. So I have 5 positives and 8 negatives, or 5 good guys and 8 bad guys. Well, the bad guys would win, So my answer will be negative. And then I have to subtract 8 minus 5, which is 3. So I'm going to get negative 3. Okay, last problem. This is a subtraction problem, so we're going to have to rewrite it. So 6 minus negative 6. Keep, change, flip. And I'm going to keep the 6, change this, and then flip this. It was negative 6, and now it'll be positive 6. So what I really have is 6 plus 6, which is 12. Positive 12. Okay, so you have a test tomorrow. You need to make sure that you're ready for it. If you're not ready for it, you need to ask for help.